on the 15th. It feels like just time is passing quickly, but we have a very, very excellent presentation ready for you tonight. And we want to welcome all of you that are here. And if you're here for the first time, we hold these meetings every Wednesday. This is a new effort for HC Wellness. You know, the company, as was mentioned on the video, it has launched 2 years ago. And in that launch, it is a U.S. company, but it had to basically get its roots internationally. So the U.S. is a new market in that sense. And those of you that are here, hopefully if it's your first time, we want to walk you through what is an explanation of the products. We want to share with you also what is the business plan. And in doing that, I've asked one of our leaders as a guest, and she comes from Canada. And Karen, it's good to have you with us. And Happy New Year to you. And she's again, I think you'll enjoy her presentation. But I want to share something with you. Every New Year, if we don't have that custom, it serves to remind us to set a goal, to have what is an objective, to set what would be a dream, if it's a vacation, if it's a new car, something. If we want to lose weight, if we want to take advantage of our gym membership and use it, whatever it is, we need to think about reminders and how we're going to accomplish it. And I want to share with you a verse by a motivator. His name is Carl Brand. And he says, no one can go back and make a new start, but anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. So what does that mean? We decide today, we decide tomorrow, but we do decide to make a new ending. HC Wellness, as I said, is launching itself in the U.S. market, in the Canadian market, and we have that representation here, but we're pioneers. And being a pioneer is not always easy, but it gives you the opportunity, if you're a visionary, if you are I'm going to say a forward-thinking builder, the opportunity to participate in what is going to be a success. And HC Wellness just is closing its fiscal year 2024, and let me tell you, the company has seen what is almost a 280% growth from 2023 to 2024. The projections for 2025, and when you see the products, they are few, but they're very powerful. The compensation plan is as dynamic, it's as generous as you'll see in this industry. And I want to talk about that when it's my turn to talk. So with that, I want to turn the time over to Karen. And again, Karen is a marketing professional, and she lives in Canada and has family that she's visiting. And so with that, welcome.
Thank you. No, before I kick off this my side of the presentation, I want to ask you a question, and I want everybody else on the call also to just think through their answer in this question. When somebody asks you, how are you? What is most people's quick go-to response to that?
They usually say, hey, I'm fine.
Fine.
I feel good.
Yeah, fine. Just fine. Fine. 4 words, fine. And this time around, as you think through, of course, goals, as everyone on the presentation here, as you think through your goals, because most of the time, as Noah mentioned, very truly, when we're looking at New Year's, January, we always try to set goals. I want to invite everybody on this call to consider going from fine to excellent as an automatic baseline response to that question that everybody asks you, from your best friend to somebody you meet in the supermarket, how are you? So next slide, please. You'll notice that when using that as a baseline for how are you, when we say, okay, how am I doing? Maybe sometimes we're not great financially. Maybe we're not great physically in our health. Maybe we're not great emotionally. And so we just tend to say fine. But what I want to do is I want to challenge everybody to push that line and push that definition beyond fine to great, beyond fine to wonderful. And here, the person that's invited you to the call today is presenting you with an opportunity for you to improve your wellness, your well-being from fine to amazing in various areas of your life. And so right now I'm going to talk about the health benefits that HC Wellness has and basically how that can assist you. And then Noah is going to talk about the economic benefits that HC Wellness has by an amazing business opportunity. And I hope that by the end of this presentation, you'll be able to see how this opportunity in front of you is going to be able to take you, if you want it, of course, from fine to amazing in various areas of your life. So HC Wellness, our lineup of products, is essentially divided into two lines. Next slide, please. We have our HC Premium Products line. And our premium products, if you think more about prevention and maintenance, now we're focusing just on the health aspects right now. We're not looking at the financial aspect for the compensation and the opportunities there. So if you want to improve your health and well-being, you want to look more at the prevention and maintenance, maybe give your body the best kind of balance of nutrients and overall nutrition, the premium line of products is really what's going to stand out for you. And I'm going to start off with HC Fit. HC Fit is a natural detoxifier. I've used this for quite a while and I absolutely love it. Essentially, these are capsules made with herbals, ingredients that give your body the right nutrients and help accelerate your metabolic rate. A lot of our associates as well as their customers have used HC Fit and found that it has had great effects in helping them with their overall increasing their metabolic rate, controlling their weight, helping them with digestion, accelerating their metabolism. It has a thermogenic effect and it helps give you positive regulation of your blood fat cells. And it's just wonderful in controlling your weight loss as well as early that feeling of spaciousness of full. How does it do this? You'll notice a nice little theme throughout all of our products. Our products are natural. Our products are healthy. Our products promote overall well-being. So in the case of HC Fit, it's actually made with, some of the ingredients that it's made with is papaya seeds, tejocote leaf, which is it comes from a special fruit tree in Mexico. It's native to Mexico, but basically it's rich with vitamins B, vitamin C, calcium. It's a wonderful ingredient. And as well as teposan. Teposan is also native to Mexico, but also native to Guatemala. And that's been used for healing and for physical attributes. So HC Fit is just all around amazing for detoxifying and, as it says on the slide, improving your intestinal transit. Next slide, please. Our next item, or our next product, I should say, is Active Pro. Active Pro, we've recently introduced a new flavor for Active Pro, and that is the strawberry flavor. This one on the screen here is our wonderful pure chocolate, and I have to say, for something that tastes as good as it does, for something that is delicious chocolate, I did not expect it to be quite as healthy and provide that overall well-being as this one does. If you like to exercise or if you'd like to replace some of your meals and maybe have a little bit more balanced diet in your overall day-to-day, Active Pro is just the go-to. I love taking it in the mornings because I'm not really a big breakfast person, but I know that it's an important meal, so I just prepare my protein shake, take it in the morning, away you go. It helps strengthen your muscles, your tendons. It regulates your blood pressure. It gives you overall energy. Again, helps you feel full. So if you combine Active Pro with the one that we just looked at, HC Fit, and you're trying to lose weight, maybe maintain your weight, build muscle, that's just the perfect combination right there. And as I mentioned, our premium line of products are really more for prevention and maintenance. So you want to maintain a healthy body. You want to prevent any further, any kind of, diseases or anything with your body that could maybe turn into a long-term side effect of an unhealthy lifestyle. These are the products. What does Active Pro contain? It has cocoa, organic cocoa. That's probably why it's so dang good. It has essential fatty acids, vitamins and minerals. Again, very healthy and natural. It's got whey protein. Protein is an essential block along with amino acids. They're essential building blocks that your body uses and utilizes to create proteins. And proteins, of course, help form muscles, tendons, organs, your hair, your glands. What is really particularly amazing about this Active Pro, or this product, is that it actually contains 30 grams of protein. And that is really unheard of in a lot of protein powders. So I highly, highly recommend it because not only is it a wonderful flavor, but you're getting a high amounts of protein. And as I mentioned as well, if you want that physical energy, satiety, and as well as controlling your intestinal transit, this is a wonderful prevention and maintenance product. Next slide, please. We recently introduced a strawberry flavored. Again, it has all the same essential vitamins and minerals, but if you want a little bit something different, strawberry is the way to go for you. Next slide, please. I mentioned Complex earlier, and that's because I was thinking of one of my other favorite products. I have a lot that are my favorite, but Complex Mocha is fantastic. It tastes, in my opinion, it tastes just like mocha flavored coffee, but it doesn't have as many of the, shall we say, risks, I guess, of consuming so much caffeine. This Complex Mocha is, again, very, very natural. It gives you a lot of energy. It has a low dose of caffeine in comparison to maybe a Starbucks coffee. It is wonderful for maintaining a healthy, balanced diet. It actually helps your hormonal function. It has powerful antioxidant ingredients, which I'll mention in a moment here. Helps lower your cholesterol, helps lower your triglycerides, and best of all, it doesn't have to, when you incorporate it into your routine by mixing it with some warm water, you can essentially replace your coffee. I've done that. It improves your intestinal transit. It helps kind of close that leaky gut. I used to suffer from IBS, and I can tell you that Complex Mocha was a huge, huge help with that. But then also combining HC Fit and combining Active Pro, which is that protein shake, and incorporating them into my day-to-day, I no longer have any of the uncomfortable symptoms of IBS that I used to have. So that is your first testimonial right now. I will swear by these products because they have completely changed my life. What does Complex Mocha have? It has things like artichoke, celery seed, cocoa, green tea leaf. That's probably why I get so much amazing energy from it in a more natural way. It has like cinnamon extract, dandelion, clove extract, cherry extract, just wonderful, wonderful ingredients that when they're combined in the right way, they're really going to help your overall well-being. Next slide, please. We recently introduced a new type of lineup for this particular product, and it's just a variation. It's called Complex Green, and it is just wonderful because it also improves your intestinal transit, but it helps to control your blood sugar levels. So one of the things that our doctors, and when I say our doctors, HC Wellness has a medical board that we rely on and consult with on a regular basis, and they really are the leading physicians and doctors that help us be able to understand the products and ensure that the products meet adequate and top level quality, of course. So when one of our doctors is explaining Complex Green, I asked him, I said, well, what is the difference between mocha and green? And what he said to me was, Complex Mocha, think of that more as for your digestive system. That's going to help your digestion. Complex Green, think of that more for your blood. It's really going to help, control your blood sugar levels and reduce your cardiovascular risk and cholesterol and blood pressure. So that was just the best way to summarize the difference between the two. I highly recommend. You can always try one for one thing, one for another, and see which one might fit best. Next slide, please. Moving on to Renew Pro. It's also one of our recent products. Renew Pro it's like this face booster. I think is the best way to describe it. Some of its active ingredients include collagen, argan extract, glutathione. If you're not familiar with glutathione, it helps basically make your DNA and assist with your building blocks. It helps your immune function as well. So there's a lot of amazing functions with glutathione, but it also has hyaluronic acid. And so for all the ladies in the call and for some of the men maybe out there, hyaluronic acid is what all the stars are getting in their face injected. So let's skip that needle and go straight to a gel that you can apply topically. It'll moisturize you. It's anti-aging. It increases your skin's elasticity, helps prevent your skin dryness. It'll take your skin from fine to radiant. That's probably the best way I could describe it. And of course, its components are really ideal to prevent the first signs of aging. So if you have sunspots, wrinkles, it just kind of helps give you that extra glow, and it does so in a more natural way, should I say, than just getting a big old needle in your face. Next slide, please. So I mentioned our first lineup of products, which is our premium line. And I said earlier that we have two lines. Our second line is our select products, and you'll notice them on the screen here. So think of your select line for those that have maybe prolonged malnutrition and unhealthy habits. No shame here, it happens sometimes. But those prolonged malnutrition and unhealthy habits have actually created health problems and degeneration. While we definitely don't want that, it does also happen with just general aging and early signs of aging, even if you live a very, very healthy lifestyle. So I like to think of these products as our heavy hitters. There's the ones that are really going to reinforce and treat, along with medicine and other things that you may be taking, to really, really treat those problems or any kind of degeneration that you're going through. Starting with hemp seed. So hemp seed is derived from the hemp endocannabinoid system, and it helps regulate and improve the functioning of your neurological, musculoskeletal, cardiovascular, respiratory, digestive system. So it's a lot, I know, but let me just summarize it a little bit shorter for you. Basically, it's known to treat any symptoms and diseases that are associated with our central nervous system. So what does our central nervous system do? When we go into fight or flight mode, when we're stressed, when we have maybe even a traumatic situation, or when we have some kind of degenerative disease, or just in general, when our nervous system is overwhelmed, we go into something called fight or flight mode. And when we do that, our nervous system is just overwhelmed. It's tense. It inflames. We get other things such as inflammation. For people that have unhealthy habits, they maybe are just full of toxins. If, of course, they have any kind of degenerative disease, people are feel acute chronic pain as well. So anything with our central nervous system, our body will respond. Whether it's mental stress, our body will respond. Or whether it's related to some kind of actual disease, neurodegenerative disease, such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, our nervous system responds when we are under stress and when we have disease. So our central nervous system is key, and it runs all over our body. Basically, with these drops, if you place them underneath your tongue sublingually, they help treat central nervous system diseases, and it also helps treat things such as anxiety, and it does so by controlling your pain control, so enhancing your pain control, not enhancing your pain, and it helps also create a more relaxing. It helps treat sometimes people that take CBD. It helps them treat epilepsy, seizures, autism spectrum disorder. There's a lot of really well-known and documented properties of CBD. So this is wonderful to help control that central nervous system, whether it's overwhelmed through stress or whether it's overwhelmed through any kind of health problems or degeneration. Hemp seed helps with that. And I should mention that stress is very, very common with people, and sometimes we need all the help that we can get because stress will affect our body. It affects our immune system. It affects, as I mentioned, our central nervous system. Next slide, please. And it affects all areas of our life as well. So on to the next product. This is called Connect Plus. And Connect Plus essentially helps function your neurological system. And I mentioned before, your central nervous system. So this is another one that can help that. It's a treatment for central nervous system diseases. And I should mention that these products, when they're combined, if you have a central nervous system disease that has been diagnosed by a medical professional, these products can help combined with your medication, combined with your other treatment, can really help you just treat that and provide a little bit more of an with overall wellness and help you feel better. So Connect Plus also helps with pain control. Some of its active ingredients, natural ingredients, include ginseng, ashwagandha. My goodness, for those of you that are familiar with ashwagandha, it is a wonderful natural supplement. It helps treat anxiety. It helps treat depression. When I say treat, of course, I mean treat the symptoms, of course, not the disease. But ashwagandha is a wonderful, wonderful supplement. So for me to know that Connect Plus has that in its list of ingredients was just made me very excited. So Connect Plus helps your cellular regeneration, helps your central nervous system. Next slide, please. Okay, Support Plus. Support Plus is going to help develop your overall healthy muscle mass. And it does so by optimizing your immune system and promoting your hormonal balance. So Support Plus has glutathione. I mentioned that ingredient earlier. There's vitamin complex as well, vitamins A and Bs, which your body needs to make new cells. And it's also going to help with your overall cellular regeneration. Support Plus is a powerful antioxidant, and it helps reinforce your immune system. Now, you'll notice that I mentioned the immune system a couple times now. Sometimes people have well, I shouldn't say sometimes. When we all went through COVID, we knew the importance of having a strong and healthy immune system. So I think that's something that's very stuck with me, at least in my mind, having a healthy immune system that is able to respond to colds, to general, attacks from the environment, or maybe even from stress, which lowers our immune system, is extremely important. So this is one of those products that we have in our Select line that will help with that. Next slide, please. And there's another one that will help with that, which you'll see a little bit later on. And NatShield Plus has been referred to endearingly by our associates and their clients as well as the anti-aging product. Now, why do they endearingly refer to it as an anti-aging product? Because these amazing little pills or capsules will actually help with your cellular regeneration. And it does so by recovering your metabolic function. It's a very powerful antioxidant on the market. It helps your cells produce the energy that they require to actually reactivate their operation. So it helps reduce premature cell aging, and it helps reduce the early signs of aging. That being said, we've had a lot of testimonials from individuals that have taken NatShield Plus, and they say, I feel 10 years younger, and I think because of that, I'm also even looking younger. And I'm 100% believe it. I've seen the testimonials, because if you're treating your body at the molecular level and you're giving it the nutrients it requires from the inside out, it's going to show on the physical material level as well. So what are some of the ingredients that NatShield Plus has? It has coenzyme Q10. Some of the ladies on the call may recognize that name from some of the creams and topical lotions that we apply. Basically, coenzyme Q10 helps decrease any kind of degenerative state, helps reduce fatigue syndrome or signs of fatigue. It's really great for the neuromuscular plate. And another ingredient that it has is obviously NAD. So NAD is, again, anti-aging support, helps your healthy brain function, helps your energy metabolism. Next slide, please. I mentioned the immune system a couple of times, and this is one of our products that is very, very specific for immune system. So this is called AHCC Plus. It's one of our newest products. It has amazing ingredients such as shiitake mushroom, green tea, GABA. It's wonderful, wonderful. And what it does is it actually enhances your body's immune response to viral infections and antibacterial properties. So it does so by helping your body maintain a healthy immune through nanobiome coupling. So again, it works at the cellular, molecular level, and it gives basically your body the ability to be able to fight off any kind of viral infections or antibacterial properties. How does it do that? Through boosting your immune system, strengthening your immune system, improving your body's response to stress. Again, there's that word stress. Maybe that's also what last year some of us that went through stress had us saying, how are you doing? Well, fine, just fine. You know, it seems to be the regular standard answer because maybe we're stressed financially, maybe we're stressed physically, maybe we're stressed mentally, maybe we have other issues. Maybe some of us have chronic diseases or are trying to avoid chronic diseases, but we have some sort of health issues. Well, all of these products that I just mentioned, both in our premium line and our select line, when combined, they can really, really help your overall well-being. Of course, we couple those with eating habits, healthy eating habits, and exercise habits. Of course, we know that already. But if you can get a little bit extra boost to take yourself physically from just being fine to being excellent, to being productive, to being energetic, to feeling that way and being that way, well, I think the person that invited you to this call knows that that would be something welcomed by everyone. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, I want to invite you to consider that. Consider that as a goal. As you're thinking, it's January, I'm setting my goals for the rest of the year. Consider that as a goal. I want to be more than just fine. I want to be, insert your verb, extraordinary, or insert your adjective, extraordinary, healthy, wonderful, wealthy. And on with that, we have Noah, who's going to talk about the business portion of the business opportunity of this presentation.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Karen. You know, you bring not a simplicity, but a very, very, I'm going to say identifiable way of being able to understand the importance of nutrition and health. And yeah, I mean, HC Wellness has 9 products, but these 9 products probably represent literally dozens and dozens of singular ingredients that companies have built great successes on. You mentioned ashwagandha, again, a powerful, powerful natural ingredient, glutathione in skincare. You're exactly right. People pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in treatments for getting what are I'm going to say products that will stimulate your body to again to recover what is the loss of elastin, collagen, and hyaluronic acid is certainly one of them. So again, we've got some powerful products. I want to as we do these meetings, and I want to recognize we've got some new guests with us, and amongst that we've got a prospect, and I say a prospect because he's an industry leader that has joined us from Kenya, and it's got to be 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So Samuel, welcome, and I'm glad to have you here. Others, Joseph Wilson, and certainly Stanislao, and those of you that are on the call, welcome. Madhu from Houston, Mao, Omar, whoever is in Durango, we welcome you. Again, as I mentioned, we here are pioneers. We're pioneering what is a new concept. But what I want to share with you, and as we go through these, I want some of you to participate. Share your experiences. Share your success strategies. And I want to share one with you. I've been in this industry now for 33 years. Yeah, I was really young when I got started, but I've learned quite a few things. And I've worked on the corporate level. I've owned several MLM companies. And what excites me, I'm going to say at this phase of my career about HC Wellness, is that they've put together what are some dynamic products. They've put prices on it. There are two prices in our products. All you need to know that our products cost $45 for what are our premium products and $70 for what are our selects. Two prices. 5 fall into the select category, 5, and 4, even though there's 2 of the Active Pro and the 2 of the Complex, but they're the same name products, and those products come with what would be points or CV. But I want to share something with you as we start the year, and I was thinking about tonight presenting the plan, and I'm going to go through it very quick, and quick because I want you to understand that the opportunity is very, very important. For those of you that are looking for health, the products speak for themselves. The prices are I'm going to say very competitive because again, we've got, I mean, one of our products has exotic fruits. And we're talking about acai, we're talking about mangosteen, we're talking about Tahitian, what would be Morinda citrifolia, the noni product. We've got blueberries. We've got camu camu. Camu camu is probably one of the highest natural fruit that comes from the Amazon of vitamin C. It is amazing. I take 2 tablets a day and over, I'm going to say, about 8,000 milligrams. And it not only does it stimulate my body to recover from my workouts, but it gives me a wonderful sense of health, and health brings well-being. So when HC, the ideas of wellness, like you said, you asked and said, Karen, how do you feel? Well, we answer fine, but are we? And if we're not nourishing, we're not fortifying and supplementing our body will be deficient. And that's where the disease is. That's where the illnesses come in. So I'm going to say our mission is to provide health, care, and which gives you wellness. So as we do this, but that's the vehicle. And how do we use it? I want to share with you right now something that I've learned through the years, and I just thought about it again. I want to share with you what is called the power of one. Do you guys, have you ever, if you haven't seen this, this is I want you to, if you're here tonight and if you're here for the first time, and I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to join. I want to challenge you to see the potential of the products and the comp plan. The company charges a sign-up fee. It's $15. I've been in companies that charge $29, $39, $59. And the one at $59, half of it went to the company and half of it went to the programmer. And what did they give you? The same thing that we offer you, a back office, an opportunity to buy at wholesale and to participate in a compensation plan that pays 65%. That is a hybrid that pays you 30% on a binary. And 30% real on your lesser leg. And we're going to go to that. But I want to share with you the power of one. What does the power of one mean, or one square? That means if you commit to what are going to be 12 months, and we're talking about 2025 in January, you bring the plan, asks you for 2, but I want you to walk through this with me, because do you not think that you could bring one person to share the products with for health reasons? One person a month. And if you bring that person and you share the message and ask them to do the same, do you know what this represents after 12 months? And if you're calculated, if you're a mathematician, it's mind-blowing. It is crazy, because the power of one means in the beginning, you have to create what is the base. And 1 becomes 2, right? In the second month, your team will be you and two people. The first one and then two. And then that each one of them duplicate themselves so that one becomes two and two becomes four and four become eight and eight becomes 16 and 16, 32 and 32, 64. Now you think, well, 64 people after 1, 2, 3, 4, that's not a lot. If this is a business, you don't succeed. Do you know in this industry, the average person of 10 people that come in, 7 to 8 of them will be gone within 3 months. And why is that? Because they had an expectation. Somebody told them, this is the industry that's created more millionaires. This is the industry that you can change your life. And that is true. But you know what? If you plant a seed, you're not going to come back the next day and see an orange tree or a pineapple or a tomato. What do you have to do? You have to cultivate the land. You have to water it or nourish it. You have to tend it, protect it. And then what happens after what? 3 months? Then you start seeing the buds. You start seeing the fruits. So here, the power of one becomes two becomes four, four become 8. That's in 4 months. By that time, 8 of 10 people have left. Let me tell you what happens in the next 4 months, because 8 becomes 16. 16 becomes 32, and here are, in 8 months, 64. Now, that's a good-sized group. I mean, look at that drawing. That's a lot of people. And if every one of them is buying one product, in our plan, you're going to receive what are loyalty points. You're going to receive what is CV, commissionable volume, and benefits off of that. But that's 8 months. You know what? Yeah, you'll be making probably $200 or $300. So that pays for your monthly auto ship, and that's about it. But the business is not in the first 4 or 8 months, because look what happens in the following. 128 becomes 256. 500, it's one person duplicated, everybody doing the same. 512, 2024, 1024, 1,024 people. Now you can calculate, hey, if I'm making 10 to 16 or $32 off of that, you multiply 1,000 by $32, you're now making a good income. But in 12 months, look what happens, because the 1,000 now becomes 2,048, and then after 2,048, you've got, I mean, the next slide, just this is where the power, just you think, gets out of control, because the success is sticking through for the 12th month. And if there's not a perfect world, but if there were, you would have 8,192 people in 12 months. And in this plan, which I now want to walk you through, that represents literally tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Right now, I will share that HC Wellness has, the top income earner makes about $25,000 to $28,000 a week. This is someone that comes from the industry and a single mom, and she did well in her previous companies. She never made over $5,000 a month. Here she's already earned $1.2 million in the last 18 months. So as a member of HC Wellness, $15, we've got 9 products. The company is currently expanding very rapidly. So to have Samuel from Kenya, he's a visionary. Joseph Wilson is a visionary, and he's thinking of the Caribbean, but he's living here in the U.S. So this is HC Wellness. We are currently throughout Latin America, but the idea is the U.S. is the largest market for direct sales and nutritional products in the world. And this is where we are inviting you to join us. Next, please. The keys to success. We have a loyalty program. We have a fast start bonus plan. We have a binary. We have a unilevel, combine both. We have a matching bonus, and we have what is a global founders bonus and global fund. And it says found, but it should be global fund bonus, FUND. And we have a travel bonus. The company will participate with you. So I'll walk you through these very, very quickly. Next. Loyalty program. What does this mean? For every person that you invite that join, one person, two or more, the company's going to give you a 10% basically bonus. That 10% of what is your commissionable volume that is attached to the products, you are then going to be given so that it accumulates and you can use it to buy more product. So it is a way of saying thank you and giving you a loyalty. This is not very common that, again, companies are going to give you points on everyone that is your front line and on their monthly purchases. Every time they buy, you will receive loyalty points. Next. That loyalty program, here it is. So if you've got 4 points through your own purchases and you brought 3 people in and each of them bought 2, because sometimes you'll have to buy 2 to qualify or 1. Here's an example as 2. You've got 10 points. And these 10 points you will be able to exchange for products. Next. The next part is a fast start bonus. Every time you sign someone up and they bring in 2 people, and these 2 people then themselves make a purchase and qualify by reaching what is the basic points required by the company on a monthly basis, the company's going to give you a matching bonus. And this matching bonus is what the company gives to you. And it's a 50% of the CV of the orders directly goes into the bonuses. So again, this gives you 25% of their first order. And that's why it's called Fast Start. So if you come in with an order of, let's say, $70, well, you're going to receive what is 10%, 25% of what is 40 points. And so you've got $10. But if they come in and buy multiple products or a pack, then your Fast Start bonus will be greater. So please, next is the example of what it means. You come in example 1 and you get 10, he makes $10 or she, you're going to get 25% of that $10. So that's $2.50, okay? All right. And then example number 2, you bring in 2 people. This is where now it becomes interesting. You got 25% with 1, but if you get 2 people, now you receive 40% of the same purchase. So it becomes a 40% off of each of those. So the $10 goes to $16. So you've made $32 off of 2 people. That is also a very generous, competitive option to a Fast Start bonus. Very simple. All your personal signups. Next, please. Now, this is a binary bonus. This is what I mentioned before. What is a binary? This is a strategy that the industry has basically clung to. It was brought in about 20 years ago, and it basically means you bring in 2 people, and then those 2 people build two lines, and that's what you need to be able to earn volume. As these two lines grow, the companies will usually give you a percentage of the lesser leg. The standard in the industry is 10%. Some will go to 15 and some will go to 20, but 30%, very, very, very rare, because what it means is we're giving you 30% of what the lesser leg, qualified leg, brings in. So it's a stimulus, and it's very generous, and this is all paid out weekly. Okay, here's the example. You bring in 2 people, each of this place a 30 CV order. You're going to receive $12. If you got another one with 2 people and they've got 60 and 60, well, 30% of that's going to be $18. If that one of them grows greater and the one stays, you're going to receive 30%, a real 30%, as long as you've got 2 people participating in what is the binary. Does that make sense? 30% off of your lesser leg. It's amazing. And it is very, very generous. And it's paid out weekly. Okay, next slide. This next slide is a unilevel. A unilevel is another industry strategy. What does that mean? Unilevel, for every person that you sponsor in a binary, you're going to have 2. If you've invited 4, you've got to put them strategically in one or the other leg. here we have a unilevel bonus, and it recognizes all of the people that you have brought into the company, and we're going to pay you a total of 30% on 6 legs. How is that paid out? All of your I'm going to say all of your frontline, you're going to get 5% of them. And then the ones that they bring in, you're going to get 5% of that. And it goes on up to 6 levels. So you get 5% up to 6 levels. And that can be huge. If you think again that 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, and 8 becomes 16 and 32. But if you've brought in 2, that 32 now becomes 64. And if somebody explodes it even more, they're going to be these two bonuses that we just saw, the matching and the ULO level, is where we've got major income coming in, and this is on their month to month. I say month to month, but it's week to week activity, because this is also a weekly bonus. Okay, here's the layout. Unilevel, as I said, you got 5 people on the first level, and those 5 each have 1. That's 5%, and it goes down up to 6. So if on each of these, you're basically earning $10. They bought 1 product, each one of them, you're going to make $60. I think we're going to see that people are buying more than 1 product, because we want them to, again, enjoy the benefits of the health, enjoy what are the benefits of the participation. So this is a worst case scenario. You're going to make $60 after having basically 30 people in your organization buying 1 product. Okay, here's our next bonus. A matching bonus, and it is with a C. A matching bonus, you earn up to, which again, as we mentioned, the company pays 65%, but this is paid to you directly on the people that you've brought in and that you've laid out. Here's the example. The matching bonus is going to give you on the first level of people that reached ranks. This is now a ranked position based on rank of those that have joined and built a team. This is a team building bonus, but this matching bonus on what they earned, you're going to receive. You will receive a 25% of whatever they earn. If they earned $100, you're going to get $25. If they earned $1,000, you're going to get $250. If they earn $5,000, then you're going to earn $1,250. I mean, it is that specific and that incredible. The business matching bonus goes for 5 levels, and it goes, again, as an executive, this is a first-time person. With 5 people, you're going to get 25. And then as your volume and activity accumulates on a weekly basis, you reach bronze, you're going to get paid first and second level. If you reach the rank of silver and gold, you're going to receive, again, what would be an additional 10%, 5%, and 5% as you reach platinum. What is a platinum? How many points do you need there to get to platinum? 15,000 points. And 15,000 points could be a group of 50 people, or it could be a group of 100. But it is very attainable. And we're talking about a percentage of what they earned. So very dynamic matching bonus. Next, please. A fund bonus. This is basically, again, the company in one of its pays out what would be a participation based on ranks for what is, again, your ranks that you attain. And this next one is, it's I don't want to say it's complicated, but this is where, again, volume and activity. So if you could show the next slide. The Global Fund basically says, here, you're going to share. It's like stock. You own a percentage. When you reach the rank of bronze, which is a starter, you're going to get basically one share. And then silver, you get 2. And this is on a weekly basis. It represents 7% of global sales, and that these are paid out. And so, again, as you raise in rank, you're going to be receiving what is a percentage stock in what is 7% of global sales. This is also very, very impressive. And so this is our global fund. And the next one, this is another payout. uh, is our travel bonus. The company, as you reach these ranks, is going to recognize you. Many of them will be based on regions and on markets, but currently the company has been to Costa Rica. It has had an event in the Caribbean, the Caribbean Mexican side. It has one scheduled in October for leaders in Spain, and it also has one planned out this April in Mexico City for the national convention. So the company allows you to earn points based on activity and ranking for certain periods, and that's where you start again enjoying. The next one is travel to Cabo San Lucas, and it basically began on January the 1st and it ends on week 16. So it's a 4-month qualification, and this will be a 4-day event, 3 to 4-day event in Cabo San Lucas in the lower Baja California. So that is, again, because of your activity, the company's going to share and invite you to travel and enjoy the successes that the company's having, and so will you. And then our final bonus is well, that was it. Well, I guess I forgot the globals included. The company is actively promoting what is its activities on social media. We are expanding. We are growing as you grow. We had 11 people on the call tonight. We now have 12. I guess what I was going to say, if each one of us next Wednesday brings one person, that's 24. And I would rather have quality versus quantity. We're beginning the new year, and I came onto the company 3 months ago, and I'm going to say my charge and my role is to expand and build HC Wellness USA, HC Wellness Canada, and HC Wellness International. So I'm the Senior Vice President of basically global business development. And it will grow basically with your efforts. So with that being said, again, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your interest in being a part of HC Wellness English as well as international growth. So with that, I want to say thank you, Karen, for joining us tonight. Thank you so much, Samuel in Kenya, and those of you that have joined us from different parts of the U.S. as well as Canada with that. So thank you very much. Have a good night.